It's not enough to spend your entire, not even just Saturday anymore, Sunday, the entire weekend watching Smash. I mean, don't get it twisted. We're very happy you're doing that. But now there's an incentive to stay tuned in and locked in with us. So, I mean, you're already here for the action. You're here for the commentary. Why not win something, too? Come on.
That's what it is, man. It's that simple. But we're going to find out who's going to win this tournament. If you guys have been keeping up with the Smash space today, you know a lot of great events have actually been happening today. Over in Hawaii, Tweak actually claimed QuietCon over Gluto. The Southern tournament, I believe Apollo Kage won that over Lima. So right now, of course, we got to crown a champion here at Major Upset. Still got a little ways to go before we get to that point. But man, these are definitely two people who can certainly get to that grand final spot given the opportunity. Kurama and hold on now, is that DK?
Hold on, what the heck?
Is that DK?
I guess
is
so.
That Donkey?
Donkey to the Cobb.
Donkey.
Well,
that's actually crazy.
Chad,
is Donkey Kong the wave? Oh, he didn't do it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, come on now.
No,
you can't just tease the people with that.
No heart.
That's okay. We're not mad at you, Kurama, because we know exactly what you bring to the table with this Mario. Let's get it started. All right, he's got those wedding colors on, man. He's got the wedding color fit. Let's hope it's not a funeral.
No, I hope it ain't, because one's dressed for the other side.
There you go.
And no matter what, though, we still both in the church with it. So let's see who's going to close this one out. And I think the name of the game here in this matchup for somebody like Kurama, you playing Mario versus Kazuya, the one advantage you have, of course, is maneuverability. You got good footwork, okay? Yes, you might lack in the strength department in some areas versus Mr. Mishima, but we cannot ignore the fact that Kazuya, for the majority of the match, is going to be a stationary individual. And as you can see right now, it's the three-ring circus time. But wait a minute.
Oh!
Get choked up.
There it is, man. Sometimes it can be just that quick. That is why this character is just so powerful. Such an innate ability to just strike and take off stocks in the blink of an eye. Good stuff. Two riddles. Oh, but coming up a little bit short on the recovery attempt. You know, that's one thing that Kazuya does kind of leave some things to be desired sometimes, is that recovery in some spots they can get placed in. But nonetheless, an even battle is what you want to see. And I'm expecting just that. It's only game number one.
That's right. Now, I like what I'm seeing here in this game number one, man. It's an even battle, but not if Riddles has anything to say about it. He's up underneath that platform, just kind of threatening that space. Tossing out that God Fist, Electric Wind God Fist, doesn't matter. As long as that arm and that elbow comes out, you know you need to proceed with caution on coming back down onto solid ground. But wait a minute, though. The reads are there. What the?
Wow, I'm telling you, if you blink, you might miss it. This is the power of Kazuya, one of the DLC specials for sure. But Kurama, we've seen him time and time again overcome the odds. The reason he's made it to this point at such a stacked event, getting absolutely deep dived into the abyss, not gonna have the wherewithal to make it back, man. That stubby character of Mario just ain't got the reach, baby.
He doesn't, you know what I'm saying? He has a lot of things. He has great footwork, great maneuverability. The air is, his aerial combos are just insane, too. Him and Luigi both share that frame 3 nair, which I think sometimes Mario kind of gets a slap on the wrist for. You know, we always make fun of Luigi for it, but no, Mario got it, too. But the fact remains the same, man. When it comes to just the reach and just the overall extension of your limbs, he lacks in that department, and for good reason. Could you imagine if that son of a bitch was long?
I mean,
my God. I couldn't.
If Mario was tall enough to ride a roller coaster, it might be a problem, man. It might be a problem.
When you got your own theme park, you can't ride none of the rides at it. Can you imagine?
Low-key true. Nintendo World is actually a thing. I'll tell you what, Kurama need to pick it up, man, because this is not the kind of promotion that the Mario movie, which comes out April 5th, needs. He's going to have to get on the board real quick.
Let's get it.
Let's see what we got. Game number 2. But I'll tell you what, for all them Tekken fans out there, y'all got a new game coming out.
That we do.
Riddles representing.
That's right. He is definitely representing in a big way, making me and TK happy.
There you go.
Right. Don't play with us. Game number 1 here is upon us. Kurama kind of taking a page out of his own book from what we've seen in the last game, just being the first one to draw blood here. Wait a minute. We got that God Fist always on the ready. Intangible. Wait a minute. Okay, tossing the cranium around.
Oh,
wow.
Reads it. Perfect.
Oh, this is a funeral, Phil. There ain't no wedding. It's a funeral.
I hate to say it, man. You know, this is one of those times you almost wish you just got stood up. Like, I ain't want you to show up. You're going to do this to me. Forget ripping the heart out, man. You're getting them stocks ripped off. Riddles, I mean, you can almost feel like Riddles is just incensed, so angry that he's even in this position, accustomed to kind of being on that winner side of things. But again,
wait a minute.
Big D not letting that be the case, so having to fight his way through losers. Kurama, though, still with plenty of gas in the tank. Oh, my goodness, no even recovery attempt. I'm not sure what happened on that one.
Okay. Kind of giving him a breath of fresh air right now. And this right here is slight work for somebody like Kurama. Yes, I just was in the deficit, but if you drop a stock, all it takes is one Mario combo right here to really bring it back to even footing. Yes, you're intangible, but only while your feet are on the ground for the most part. Once I get you in the air, I can juggle the hell out of you. Up air, back air, and nair. And that is going to be an issue for Kazuya on getting back to solid ground. Okay, comes back. Whoa, big boot time. Big Doc Martens.
Gotta put them feet on them sometimes. Beautiful execution from Riddles. And one thing I'm noticing a lot between this game and the last is the ability to get that lead and kind of put the game in a chokehold. And this is where Kurama's struggling. We do know Mario, very combo-heavy character, but Riddle's doing a good job of not putting himself into much of a disadvantage.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Yes, the combos are nice, but this is a game of stocks here, my friends. Coming through, saying it with his chest. I love that back air. A lot of people don't know that back air's hitbox is absolute insanity. It is huge. And a lot of Kazuya's aerials, too, man, feel kind of safe at times.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a wrap. Putting that man Mario in the dirt. He said, look, man, you've been spending too much time in Hollywood. You ain't for the streets no more, bro. You in the movies.
Might have to put on that plumber costume, man. Remind little, blue-collar Mario.
That's right.
Get back in the grind with it. The trenches. Remember where you came from.
Talk to him. These hands get dirty.
Well, we're going to see, man. It's definitely not a pleasant affair right now for Kurama. Down 2 games to none. Riddle's playing red hot right now. Full faith, obviously, in Nakazi. I know a lot of people want to see the Terry come out, but just might not be a Terry tournament at the moment. Even that game, like we saw him play for loser sevens, he played against Chase. Like, there were some points right there where he kind of lost pretty hard. I think Chase even at 1.3 stocked him and still elected to stick with Kazuya. So
yeah,
obviously having a lot of faith in the character for this loser's run that he's making.
He just kind of has that young man determination, that willpower. Like, once his mind is set on something, he truly believes he can do it.
Yeah.
He's like, look, I'm going to get whooped. That comes with the territory being a top player. I'm not going to let you switch me out mentally. So let's see what this next game is going to bring us right here. Now, we have seen Kurama in these situations in tournaments prior, okay? He is no stranger to have his back against the wall right here, but this is Riddles on the mission. Now he's going to get the God Fist right there, quick. Frame A option, and he's intangible, buddy. I'm blue. What you going to do about it?
This is so tough. Again, the biggest thing Kurama can do is just not fall too far behind at the start. That is how Riddles has dictated the pace. He's just been such a dominant force and factor, and you see it already. Yet again, a strong lead in that stock in a lot of jeopardy. Kurama got to find a way to slow down this offense. He's just literally getting bullied.
Yeah, no tread on those boots right there, said Mr. Mishima. I'm sliding
you
through.
can't work at Wendy's like that. I said no slip, no grip, no tip.
Talk to him. Here's a tip, man. You might want to get back towards the ledge here and fast. And unfortunately enough, not enough juice to get back. Now, in the last game, we've seen him really save his jumps for the most part and always be ready to go for up B, or that way he can get to that high recovery. But ain't a recovery in the world that's going to save you from that F smash. You see Mario step back like that, you probably in some real trouble. Great stuff right here from Kurama to at least keep it close.
All right, Kurama starting to pick it up a little bit. I love what I'm seeing right now. It takes a little bit of spark to ignite an entire offense, and here we go. Gonna get some big damage. Nice, going for the nair, and then just put himself right below him, Rod, so he knows he can get that up tilt. The extension, which is all gonna route its way into that stock. Kurama taking the lead with authority.
I know it's the age-old trope, but I can't stress it enough. Time and time again, if you're on any stage with platforms set up even remotely close to a battlefield, or like back in Smash 4, like Midgar or anything like that, man, Mario, ZSS, characters like this, they're a kid on the playground. They're at Chuck E. Cheese. All right, they are just having an awesome-ass time, and we've seen it right there with that conversion. There's the Flood. Wants to keep a force into the corner. He knows Kaza, not with the great options out of shield. So he knows he's going to try to fight his hardest to get out of that corner here. Up air.
Oh, nice. I actually like, they had a good prediction on what Riddle was thinking to get back to the ground, but not able to hit the forward smash. But just kind of showing you, okay, I'm in your head. I kind of one step ahead of you. Really, when you go against Kazi, you need to be about 3 or 4 steps ahead.
Hello?
But that one step right now is getting Kurama pretty far.
That's right. Now Kazi, as you can see here, glowing red, so it could be time to put a stock to bed here pretty soon.
Let's find out. He's got to get back to the stage first, Rod. He's in some trouble.
That's right. Can he get back? It's the million-dollar question. Caught into the corner here right now, and again, you're intangible, but I'm going to let you swing first, and then I'm going to toss a crane him around. Kurama with a breath of fresh air. I'm still in this, boy.
I think we all understand Kurama way too gifted to just, go quietly into the night. Not going to allow that 3-0 to happen, making a stand right there, and one to put the exclamation point on with that up smash. So
no doubt.
Kudos to him forcing this game number 4. Let's see what's going to develop. A little bit of discussion right now on where we're going to be headed.
Now, you brought up a really good point, too, with the aerial combos that we talked about there, like towards the middle of that match. The great thing about having some of those aerial options is that no matter if you're intangible, no matter how you swing when you're on solid ground, the airspace belongs to Mario. And that is just the area that Kazi does not want to be in. He's okay in the air. Kazi has like a frame 8 nair. It's minus something ridiculously too good on shield for him to be back from him to be front Tekken. Excuse me, but the fact remains the same. When it comes to the air gameplay, it belongs to Mario. And if you get caught slacking up there, you are super dead. And Kurama proved it just right there. So I think Riddle's probably going to think once or twice before he decides to jump in on him or really get caught on those platforms. In game number 1, he stayed up underneath that for the most part. And as you can see right here, just threatening that space with God Fist. He needs to get back to that.
All right, let's see if that can indeed be the game plan right now. Taking the Bastion, we know this to be a very common pick for Riddles. So That's going to have some comfort. Oh, my goodness. But maybe not too comfortable for the start of this, man. That first 20 seconds, not even able to put anything. Good God almighty.
Sending Kazuya back down into the volcano. Boy, you should never have left that. Nice. Okay, going to go for it there, just walking right out.
That was one of them. That was one of them trick dunks, bro. That was the John Morant right there, minus the strap.
Come on.
I listen. Please forgive me. I'm sorry.
All is forgiven. You're OD.
I'm just trying to tell you, this man's a dangerous man.
He's dangerous.
It's a dangerous man.
They don't get no more dangerous than Kurama when he has some determination in his eyes, but the same can be said for Riddles right here. 44%. This is no deficit if I've ever seen one myself, man. One string, literally from either of these two character-player combinations, and you can certainly be in a much different position.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Stone hit. Nice. Going to send him down. Not going for the second one. Elected to come back up off the ledge to bait out the high recovery back in.
Oh!
Crumple time.
That's what he's looking for. Can he finish it? Yeah. Oh, no. Hanging in there. Gets pegged a little bit here. Good stuff. All right. You already know them gates is open.
That's right.
You don't want to be down there. Yeah, you don't want to be down there.
You're in some real trouble right here. And Kurama, man, with so much determination and just not only just that, but oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
Wait. Okay, I had to stop for a second.
That's so good. Dude, he got so much off of just being patient. If he could put this away, just give himself a chance. Let's go, Kurama. What do you got for me? Riddles, though.
Okay, you can tell he's a lot more confident with his approach options. He has that frame 6 back here, which, mind you, -2. So it's relatively safe for the most part. Even if Kaz is intangible, he is still slow. You can use it to cross him up and just put him in a really bad spot.
Nice.
But he's going to go for the dash attack.
All right, super clean with it. A little bit of a delay. Nice, going to air dodge back safely.
Damn.
When you're Kazi, you're just kind of granted certain privileges, and Riddle's putting them all into use to make sure he gets back to the stage safely.
That's right.
142, 2 stocks to go. Kurama, knowing his time might be fleeting, gets a much-needed up smash in those triple digits. Can he clutch it out, though, Rod?
Well, we're going to have to see, man. He's up on that top platform, kind of the way we've seen it from the beginning of this set. And the minute you leave your feet, you're going to lose your seat right here in bracket. Came back on the solid ground. And, of course, Riddles made him pay for it. Handshakes all across the board. Wow.
Very solid effort from Kurama. Somebody, obviously, we respect a lot. I mean, definitely the top Mario of his class, no doubt about that, man. But Riddles just a little too solid to overcome. And I said it, felt like Riddles is just kind of out for revenge right now. Obviously, not happy about his loss that he took earlier to Big D. And nonetheless, the only way to get revenge is to get a rematch. And how do you got to do that? You got to make a tactical run through this loser's bracket. 3-1 victory over Kurama. Props to Riddles.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't expect him to stay Kazuya, man. I felt like, when it comes to characters that can move around Kazuya really well, like a lot of the characters in the Mario cast, I'm like, Kazuya's good, but he's stationary for the most part. He has some options to get in, but he doesn't quite have the burst options that Terry has. Terry, of course, has crack shoot. He has like that frame 6 down tilt, and it's like super safe on shit, which is why you always see him use at some of those later percents, because it's always going to confirm into death. But this time actually electing to go for the Kazuya gameplay and not minding Kurama going for a lot of these aerial cross-ups, a lot of those back airs. None of he's like, get that shit out of here, my boy. Electrical and God Fist, you're done.
Yeah, it really feels like he's definitely like 100% dedicated to running the Kazuya at this tournament. I mean, it's not anything uncommon for Riddles. Like, he has a lot of faith in that character, and when he's on his game, very, very difficult to take a W over him for sure. So that's what makes it even more impressive that Big D did it earlier. Of course, we know how gifted Big D is, but nonetheless, still good stuff from all our competitors that we've seen thus far. So our first set in the books, Rod, it was definitely a banger. Hope you guys enjoyed that for sure. Again, I know it's a little late for some of my East Coasters out there, man, but keep rocking with us. This tournament's going to be great. Big announcement after Grand Finals. We're giving away 15 Amazon gift cards. Head over to Fresh Cut, download the app, drop a comment in my last video, and that's how you get entered in to win. It's that simple. You don't have to follow or anything like that. But we want you to engage with the app because it's actually really sick. Like, you find a lot of good stuff. Major Upset themselves have an account over there, and they're doing an excellent job posting a lot of fun highlights from both Ultimate and Melee, if you're a Melee fan as well. So something for everybody over there on Fresh Cut. We definitely appreciate them a lot.
Come check us out. Look, we know the Smashers spending habits. We've been to plenty of tournaments in our day. We know Smashers like free. All you got to do is just follow the instructions. Free. Come on, man. Who doesn't like free stuff?
There you go.
It's simple.
Free 99, baby.
That's right.
Let's see who we got coming up next. Who's that over there? Big D and...
Oh, snap.
And Jackal? Jackal. Okay, Big D
Lord.
and Jackal. So Wolf versus Ices. Now, I got to give Jackal a lot of credit.
I'm listening.
Because I commentated a match of his earlier, and I mean, he had a really rough outing, man. Ludo kind of took him to task. So Jackal had to make an incredibly rough loser bracket run. Obviously, ran into Base Mage to open up this top 8. Not an easy out at all.
No.
Base Mage, the best jigs in this game. No disrespect to HBox, but it is Base Mage. Don't get it twisted. And I was able to overcome that. So definitely having a good tournament. And feeling pretty good too, because I believe Ouch got 9th. Jackal's in this top 8 still climbing, so gotta feel really good where, you know, they're kind of putting you on the pedestal of the great wolves.
No
and
doubt
that is
about
no
it.
disrespect to Jackal.
No, absolutely not. I feel like Jackal's just one of those players that people forget about. You know, I don't know.
Oh Lord, can we tilt the
What
camera
the-
up?
Can we just tilt
Can
it?
you give me a little tilt, man?
It's Shia LaBeouf talking to Optimus Prime. Can we talk about it?
His torso's just as tall as him.
What the? Like one of them pictures where.
There we go.
Tilt that damn camera up. Good Lord. Now, like I was saying, man, sometimes I feel like people don't put enough respect on Jackal's name. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know if it's just he doesn't have the superstar presence or whatever it is. I'm just tossing stuff against the wall and hoping that it doesn't stick.
Yeah.
I think Jackal is one of the best players in the absolute world, and he also is reinforcing that narrative that some of these early meta characters or characters that we think weren't quite as good because of DLC are still very much present in this current state of Ultimate. Wolf being one of them. Of course, we've seen Apollo Kage with Snake, and of course, Mudae's rocking the Peach.
Yeah.
And, you know, making some of those players from over there in Japan's life some hell when they come over here. I'm calling them out. You better work on that matchup. Don't play with me.
I'm telling you, they got a couple over there in Japan for sure, but perhaps none as well crafted and admired as Big D, who's looking to take Jackal to task. Going to be really interested to see how Jackal approaches this matchup.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, obviously, splitting the climber is going to be, you know, your go-to, but as we see, you know, it's easier said than done.
It
and
is.
of course, don't forget that Sopo is incredibly dangerous. I keep trying to tell people, man.
Yeah.
Big D is not the one, the one for the game.
He ain't two neither, all right? Don't play with him at all. Don't mess around.
That's what it is, man. It's going to be a good showing from both, though. I'm very much so looking forward to this one.
No doubt, man. It's going to be a great one. Of course, Big D, he's had a really great just this last year in Ultimate. Really strong from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Of course, he's an absolute legend. A lot of people don't know that he's been here for a very long time. Just a grown-ass man y'all looking at in the chat, okay, friends? He has a wife, okay?
You know,
a
it's interesting,
professional
too, because
athlete,
a lot of
all that.
people will give a lot of accolades and, you know, respect to, like, the younger kids who are doing things.
Sure.
Honestly, I give so much adulation to Big D. I mean, again, you know, full family,
Yeah.
full-time job, I believe, and still able to compete at this level. I mean, this dude is goals for us Dirty 30 people. Let me tell you something.
I'm coming up on my Dirty 30 this year, man. Big D, there is hope, my friends.
There you go,
There's
man.
hope for some of us. All right. Well, let's see, man. Let's see how this match is going to unfold. Now, I like what I'm seeing right here from Jackal, respecting the up-close and personal options that, you know, Big D and the Ice Climbers that they have. They have a pretty quick frame for a jab. Of course, they can kind of pin Wolf down and force him to stop moving. But the fact remains the same is that the space animals, they're just so easy to beat up on, and they're very easy to combo, which is where he does not want to be at all. He's going to lean into that neutral special really heavily and try to force them away as much as possible. Ooh.
All right, some nice pressure being applied right now from Jackal, kind of on the hunt. Big D understanding that, trying to slow him down a little bit, come down very aggressively, and those claws gonna catch Nana. Well done. Already putting this down to a 1v1 situation, which he's very much so going to like.
That's right. He is not afraid of this at all. Going to spin to win back onto the stage here. And yes, you got to watch how you get back onto these platforms. I love that from Jackal, being very mindful of the aerial pressure that even Sopo can still put on. There's the Nair. Now you might be in some, off, slightly mispositioned.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, Rod. There's a little bit of mental gymnastics that go into fighting a Sopo.
Sure.
Because in the back of your mind, you're always just like, you know, I'm a top player. I'm in this position for a reason.
Talk to
if
him.
I go out to a Sopo, that's a bad look. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's always that little bit of a hesitation in the back of your mind. Like, I've got to get this stock first, and Jackal going to do just that. Nicely done. See if he can push this lead a little bit further.
Oh, my Lord. Okay, but now if the Ice Climbers up underneath the platforms got anything to say about it, yes, like I talked about before, leading back into that neutral special, understanding how dangerous it is to whip. You have to split them up. I'm so glad you brought that up when this match kicked off. It's not the easiest task in the world, no matter how well equipped your character is. If you overextend, one of the two Ice Climbers are going to catch you, man.
That's what it is. Oh, nice. These combinations right now, back to back to back on the up airs. Putting it together, Jackal. That's the thing about Ice Climbers too, man. Like, obviously, and it goes to show just how great the meta is in Ultimate, always evolving. Big D pushing Ice Climbers to another level for sure. Jackal, one of the people bringing Wolf back into favor in the meta. It's a lot of character variety. I love to see it.
That's right.
Ice Climbers hit so hard though, man. You really want to keep your distance at all costs.
I mean, that is the tough thing to do, man.
Just like that. You see why. Like, look at that percentage just being racked up, trying to find the ground, but just finding hit after hit.
Hit after hit, man. It's exactly what you want, but that's the problem, man. It's like you hit one, and then the other one is like, I got you back, bro. And we're seeing that kind of play out right here. You really have to watch how you overextend in, and nice with the chunky read right there from Big D, the up smash to take Jackal off of the top. This is looking anything but good right now for Jackal.
Bro said, I'm going to spin the block till I'm dizzy. Came right back at him and hit that up smash. That is crazy play. Big D so entertaining for sure, but Jackal not being overwhelmed by the theatrics, able to put that stock to rest and keep us very even.
That's right. Now he's going to back off here, going for some of his safer options here. Backing off is the name of the game. Now, you're not dash attacking no more, player. Put that leg up. Put that leg away. Okay, another forwarder. That's not safe. And some quick options out of shield right here, too. I feel like Jackal took a lot of percent earlier with that up air, man. That quick frame 7 startup. It's going to be very hard for Wolf to work in and around that to get his feet back onto solid ground. Okay, wait a minute. I got you, bro.
Yep.
I got you, bro. I'm going to spin and you come back.
All right. Pretty good position right now if you're Big D. Got him on the ropes. Nice. Really kind of cornering him. A lot of pressure. This is where you don't want to let up. Being able to put Wolf away right now. Going to be so crucial. You know, the good thing, I was going to say, even without that KO right there, the good thing for Big D, they already accumulated so much damage on Jackal. Even if it did come down to a Soko instance, he's still in a very favorable position to wrap that one up.
Now, on the topic of positioning as well, too, I feel like those later percents where you see Big D with his back, too, he has two things in mind. Of course, he has up smash if you try to jump over him, but another thing that he has up close and personal, he has Nair, which is very, very safe, and you have back air as well, too. Back air, like, -3 or something on shield is ridiculously safe, and even as well equipped as Wolf is, he has up tilt, which we see most notably used by Ouch. He knows how good that move is.
Definitely.
That move can work in and around that, so you have to really make sure that, like we talked about with the Kurama and Riddle set, that your precision and your execution is where it needs to be, because the Ice Climbers will test it.
No doubt about it, man. Just such hard-hitting moves with those punishes as well.
What the heck am I looking at?
Well, Jackal maybe electing to, you know, obviously trying to put some space between them, but just like that, eats a fat 59.
Okay, and he's, oh yeah, you can't hang out on that ledge, boy. No loitering. You got to buy something. What's up?
A little bit of a tough ask right now for Jackal.
Okay, back into the corner here, and we've seen him use that earlier. Just using that freeze right at the ledge. If you don't snap right away, or if you take too long to snap, that move will catch you. Lands with the Nair, but that ain't safe. There's two of us, remember. Okay, back, yeah, there's the back air, and it's safe, my boys. Up air too. I got the options covered. Back to the ledge, I got Nair, I got back air on the ready, but if you go high, I got up air as well too. Doesn't matter.
I mean, and they're so good at just kind of whittling down that shield, applying all kinds of pressure. And Jackal really, I mean, like you said, Rod, just he really had nowhere to go, right? He was kind of trapped.
Yeah, pinned him down in the corner, which is a very weird spot for any of the space animals to really beat. They have really great options, of course, great maneuverability. It's really difficult to pin like the Star Fox trio down, but if there's a character in the game that can do it and a player in the community that can do it, it's certainly Big D's Ice Climbers, man. They are just well equipped. Those hammers, man. Let's just say you don't want to be a nail when they're around.
That's facts. Gonna take a lot right now for Jackal to really kind of kick things up. Trying to get that offense going, but back air, okay, nice. Gonna be able to knock him through the ice wall. Exactly what Jackal needed. I mean, essentially, it's just all about, like, yeah, things are getting a little bit out of hand, but you don't want to make it almost like impossible odds against yourself.
No,
so in fact, he's able to close out that stock, get it back to even footing. Not too bad.
And I'm liking the mindset switch right here from Jackal as well. He knows, okay, his back is to me, my percent is high. He's looking for a handful of options.
Yeah.
They all hit like a ton of bricks. I can't let him have any of them. I'm going to let him swing first.
Man.
And that time, sometimes you wait too long and the other one comes through and smacks you around.
You always got to remember there's just two mallets on the field. You know what I mean? Like, oh, man, that's tough.
Damn. Good Lord, man.
Don't
Big
forget
D.
about me, man.
Don't ever do it, man. Don't forget about Dre and don't forget about Nana, all right? I got options. Don't play with me. I got options. Spin it to win. Back towards center stage. Can't quite get those feet back onto solid ground. Got to worry about the looming threat of down smash. Oh, and Nana exits stage left. And that's right. We got ourselves an even game. Jackal, of course, holding strong to the very finish, 31%. That's not really much of a lead when Jackal's on the stage.
That was incredible by Jackal, too. Not taking the swing at Nana, but waiting for Popo. Just that little bit of delay helping. Oh, my goodness. Hold on now.
Okay. Wait, somebody's charging up. Yeah. Wait a damn minute.
It's the shield shenanigans right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, two shields are better than one. And, you know, Jackal trying to get up aggressively. Gonna get punished there. Very, very good stuff from Big D. Going up 2-0 Rolling through right now. Jackal just shaking his head. I can't believe it.
I can't believe it, man. This match is anything but crisp right now, okay?
Big D. Don't fall for the bait, man.
Don't do it.
Don't fall for the bait.
Don't do it.
Big D knows what he's doing.
Big D, of course, right now just playing this with a different energy. Don't know what he had for breakfast. I don't know if he's been sipping Monster Energy. Something's going on up there, but he's working with some different energy, and he's applying it thoroughly. Jackal, of course, just sometimes in some of these interactions, you can tell he's just a little bit without answers. He's like, I know I'm up close. I've broken the fortress I'm in right now, but what do I do when the Ice Climbers are both really in my vicinity? If I grab one, the other one swings. If I dash attack improperly, one is going to have me covered. I can't even go for a grab sometimes. I have to worry about not swinging with that up smash. And given the percent, I mean, that could be my fate.
It can be so frustrating, man, because sometimes, you know, kind of those cookie cutter punishes that you're very comfortable with delivering doesn't really work out as well, against the Ice Climbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, truly a unique character. And Big D, as you can see, piloting the character incredibly well, but Jackal still with some life left for sure. So we get some pressure on this left side. No, just going to disengage, go for a couple laser shots.
Yeah, that's a good thing to touch on, too. I'm glad you talked on that, man. Like, that laser, that's going to be kind of his bread and butter in some of these stickier situations. When you get up close and personal on Pokemon 9, you're playing a character like Wolf, you're armed to the teeth, but not only to put on percent, but to also take stocks. That's one thing that he kind of has to efficiency over the other two Star Fox characters. But the problem is that, man, you get up close and personal with these late percents,
Lord,
it's not
mercy.
really your turn to attack. If you whiff anything, those same options could be your undoing, and Big D proving exactly why.
Yeah, if I'm Jackal, though, I just keep my head in the game. Like, I understand, okay, I'm definitely down, but, all things considered, that percentage pretty high on the Ice Climbers. Put some attention to Nana, maybe get that KO, and he can bring this thing back.
Oh, God, that forward air, the looming threat of it. If you go too high, then, of course, you're above the platform. You don't want to deal with Nair back here, but you also don't want to be solid ground, too. That freeze option is going to force you back off stage, and you're going to be in some trouble. There it is. Okay, we're playing whack-a-mole right now. That up tilt lasts forever.
I knew that was going to be it, like waiting for the air dodge. Yeah, Big D kind of doing some soul reads. Big time Nair. Is it going to pay off? Nice tech. Keep this stock alive, Jackal. Fight for everything you're worth right now.
Okay, Big D right here with the no mix-up mix with the empty hops right now. I don't need a sibling to get it done. I can do it by myself.
Big D, absolute terrifying. Nothing but a lot of rage and a fluffy coat.
That's right. Now he's swinging big right there. Going to go for the forward throw, and this is such a daunting task right here for Jackal to try to move around. Going to come through and it burst through with the dash attack. Back on the opposite end right there at the ledge. There's the neutral special. Going to read the, that's right. Very simple edge guarding one-on-one. Neutral special to reset the situation. You're not going to snap that ledge right away. Nair lasts a million years, it feels. You're done.
All right, what have you got right now, Jackal? Oh, well, I know what you just got.
That's right.
Unfortunately. And you can see a little bit of visible frustration from Jackal. I understand. Again, very tough matchup, you know what I'm saying? Like, and Big D, just his execution. I mean, what more can you say about the guy? Jackal, an incredible talent, but just really just getting railroaded right now as he has no answers to this Icy's menace, which is trying to make a huge statement in the loser side of things. And Jackal almost becoming the first casualty. That up B could have been very, very disheartening.
That's right. Jackal, of course, very well aware of what's at stake right now and doing his damage to try to split up the Ice Climbers. We've seen how much that worked out for him in just the previous interaction on the final stock, or the stock before, but that mentality not quite working out for him here anymore. He is in a large deficit. Disengaging with neutral special is not going to be enough to get it done. And yes, this is the problem. 7 frames of pain, that up air taking no prisoners. You also have to worry about back air and, of course, Nair as well. Big D, not to be trifled with. Yeah, it's so-po, but I don't give a damn.
Okay, there we go.
He said you better, though. You better.
Good use of the up tilt in that situation from Jackal. Great situational awareness. Let's see if maybe some, listen, it is Sunday, man. Miracles are known to happen, but unfortunately, we ain't in church, bro. We in a venue for some Smash Brothers. That was some damn good Smash we just saw right there with Big D taking the 3-0 over Jackal.
Pretty convincingly, too, man. And I think when you play it, is it safe to still call Ice Climbers unconventional? I mean, we see so much of Big D like here every week or every so many weeks that he kind of feels like he has a firm place in the meta, but despite how well he plays his character, it's still pretty taboo for a lot of top players. So, I mean, I feel like when you play a character to this efficiency, you have to know the Wolf matchup. That's just a character that early Ultimate, it was everywhere, and it's still very present right now, and of course, is proven right there with how he handled Jackal. He practices this matchup very often. I guess we also have Ouch in your backyard, too,
No doubt about it, no doubt about it. I was going to say like that, that Ouch practice is not anything to sneeze at, man. Ouch had a good run at this tournament, too, finishing 9th place, I believe. So a lot of good things working in Big D's favor. But, of course, nothing but respect for Jackal. Came all the way, I mean, cross country from the Tri-State, represented really well.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Top 5 finish, nothing to be ashamed of at all. So that'll wrap it up for losers quarters. Some really good games if you're just tuning in. Obviously, we just saw Big D advancing as well as Riddles over Kurama in the opener.
No doubt, and those are just some great matches. And I think that's the beautiful thing about these events up here in the Pacific Northwest is that, they're very good at telling stories, but also just entertaining to watch. Not a lot of slow matches, and I'm not a slow match hater. I feel like every fighting game needs to have characters that can kind of slow it down and think a little bit more with their approaches. But
I absolutely feel that, bro.
Up here, the Pacific Northwest, they're good at just selling tickets, man. They're like, look, we got hype tournaments. Everybody in the world wants to come here. The weather's nice when it's not raining. Good food.
This region's very interesting. I don't know if you guys have ever been up here to Portland or kind of like the Seattle area as well. lot of luscious greenery, right? I really appreciate that. If you like hikes, if you like good views, like just kind of fresh air, this is definitely the spot. But you got to kind of take it with what it is, man. It has been raining on and off. We went to an excellent burger spot earlier, man, but unfortunately, like, the walk there, I mean, just got completely soaked, you know what I'm saying?
You got drenched.
Like, the food itself was delicious, but the cost.
The cost.
It was everything, bro. Don't wear mesh shoes around here. I'll say that.
Put it that
Do
way.
not
That's right.
wear mesh shoes.
That's right. That's right. If you got Doc Martens, if you own a pair of nice boots, you'll fit right in up here, all right? All right, well, this match right here, these two players, if I may say so myself, they need little to no introduction. These two are some of the finest to ever pick up a controller, not just in Smash, but just in platform fighters, fighting games in general, right? These two right here, certainly at the top of the Smash Ultimate Mountain, right up there with Tweak and a handful of other individuals. This is going to be a great match, bro.
When I saw that both of them were in attendance for this event, I almost knew it was destiny that they might potentially meet in winners finals. It just seems so fitting, right? Both of them coming off of lackluster performances at Summit.
No doubt.
13th for Spargo. You know what I'm saying? 9th for MKLeo. And of course, by their standards, that is extremely pedestrian to perform at Summit. You know, both former champions. But you know what? It's all about getting right back into it, man. Not even a week later, they are back into the swing of things. And you see Leo taking a big old swing with that forward smash, trying to put Spargo on nose. Interesting going with the ages here. One thing that I will say is going for Spargo for sure. Plays his character at a very high level as well, so not too many things going to catch Spargo off guard, I want to say, with Pyra/Mythra. But at the same time, it's still Pyra/Mythra. That's a bad bitch!
They don't get
and
no
you just found out why.
You just found out right with the taunt, so you better let them know how you're moving out here in these Pacific Northwest streets. Don't play with me.
There it is.
They love that dash attack. Very good. Going to go for the down throw. And you're really showcasing the utilization of Mythra Nair, too. All right, in those grounded options when it comes to, yes, get out of jail free card for the most part from on the way down. It's a quick option, quick active hitbox. I'm backing you up off of me, but also when it comes to putting on percent when we're on the ground too. Very rough thing right there for Spargo to have to work around 70%. And this ain't looking good right here for the young phenom.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of a challenge right here. Only game number 1, but yes, you know, I have to have somebody hit me up on Twitter or something like that. I can't remember the last time these two faced off, man, but definitely anytime they are doing battle together in a tournament setting, it is an absolute classic. Love the back air from Spargo. Let's see if he can convert. Putting all the pressure right now. Oh no, but kind of getting reversed himself. Big deep shot, not going to connect, but Leo still in such a favorable and strong position. And about to go up 2 stocks to 1 if this continues, my lord.
Look at this. Oh, wait, okay.
Oh,
whoa.
back-to-back whiffs?
Back to a rare occurrence. It can only happen when 2 phenomenal individuals like this are pitted against each other. Nothing off the up air. And I like what I'm seeing right here from Spargo. Usually a very moving, happy Cloud, but kind of cooling his jets a little bit more. He knows that Leo's in firm control of this no footstool. Okay, he's going good. He's going blue right now, excuse me, so he might let something rip, or he might just use the looming threat to get it done, but whoa, my goodness, don't threaten me, man.
Yeah, again, I know it's been a while since they have battled, man, but definitely Leo not losing any steps here. Spargo certainly going to need to catch up. All right, a little bit of a climb hazard, trying to open Leo up. Nicely done. Big damage right there. Cloud has some high damage output for sure.
Oh, yes.
But don't mess with the Mythra. Sometimes that neutral queen, she can definitely get mean.
That's right.
We're seeing that put on display right now.
That's right. MKLeo right now piloting this character to top level efficiency and letting the world know that Mythra can definitely get it done right here. Some of these earlier interactions and later interactions almost had a forward smash kill right there on that first stock on a run up. Okay, I like that running tilt. Good corner control, forward air right there to bait you back on. Going to go for the throw once more. He knows that there's Achilles heel on Pyra and Mythra. They both share the same one, and that's the offstage prowess.
And I'll tell you what, I love what Spargo did in that situation. A lot of corner pressure. Continued to what? Just get Aegis off of the stage. That's what Spargo wants. Give himself an ability to maybe get a big edge guard here. Nobody home for that downer, but these back airs, forward tilts, a lot of pressure coming through, able to overshoot the sword and get the stock. Spargo still in this first game.
Spargo's still in it right now, and he's in it to win it. Nickname might have been Bennett back in the day right here, man. 170% right here in the limit online. I love the corner control. Back here on Cloud's toolkit, not the quickest move in the world, but definitely -3 on shield, so very, very safe, even for a quick character like Mythra to have to do it. So if he can figure out a way to get them in the corner, he might be in a good spot, Phil.
I'll tell you one thing I've been critical about Leo's Aegis in the past, his ability starts off games incredibly well, but seldomly does he close them out. And that right there being a perfect example of that. I've said it so many times. The only Achilles heel to this character is he cannot close out the game sometimes when it matters. And Spargo, textbook 101 showing that to be the case as he makes that crazy comeback and steals game 1.
Game 1, man. And it just goes to show that on the stage, and we talked about it with Kurama and Riddles, and it kind of applies here. When we're on solid ground, that's one game, but the offstage gameplay, that's a completely different meta in Smash, period, not just Ultimate. And of course, Spargo proving exactly why.
Yeah.
His aerials off stage, especially when Mythra is trying to recover on her way back, she only has so many options before she needs to use her up special. And you know, if you can pinpoint it and scout it out, you'll be in a good position.
And Rod, that goes back to my point about Spargo knowing this character so intimately. Obviously plays Pyra Mythra at an incredibly high level and kind of just right there for all the reasons you just alluded to, knowing the weaknesses of the character and continue to put Leo in a very compromised position. So kudos to Spargo on that one. Let's see if Leo can battle back. Definitely already starting out pretty aggressively, going to burn off that limit to get back. And I'll tell you what, man, Leo with this age is not a surprise to me at all. I almost feel like it's a pride thing to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? Like, he knows how good he is, he knows how good this character is. 1 + 1 should certainly equal 2, and he's trying to solve that equation at this tournament.
We got 2 characters in one right here, man, so figure it out, all right? Looking really good. Now, we're seeing a rinse and repeat from what we've seen in the last game. Of course, I'm up a whole stock right now, feeling good, chiseling away, chipping away, and not only you, but also your brain mentally, man. Like, it's very daunting. What the?
No.
It don't even matter what I was talking about right here. I'm trying to give this man his flowers. He said, I don't need him. I don't need him. I'm around and still smell him, all right?
Overshot that one just a tad bit, but nonetheless, Leo, of course, having no complaints about this. Gonna certainly take this lead as far as it can go. Low percent combos. Using these up airs nicely, spacing out around that down air attempt from Spargo. But here come the cross slashes.
Right, not allowing him any sort of fun on the way back down to solid ground. And this is one thing I've really grown to like about Spargo in some of these earlier interactions. You can open him up really well, but as sooner or later, he's going to pinpoint your moving options and force you to stand still. And that's what we're going to see a lot like those early percent short hop forward into just regular cross slash conversions that really just kind of do away with you mentally. There's the nair.
Yeah, I don't know if that ate up the limit if there was an attempt from Spargo. I have to see it on the replay, but that was actually worked out pretty solidly in Leo's favor because Spargo is really starting to gain a lot of ground and kind of make this lead obsolete, but that is certainly not the case anymore as Leo gets the dash attack and gets game number 2 with authority. We got ourselves a winner's finals, folks.
Yes, we most certainly do. These 2 juggernauts, when they meet, it's always a treat. Loving what I've seen right there, too. Smart from MK just to go immediately for the dash attack, not waiting at all for him to start tossing out those backers. Like I mentioned before, very safe on shield. A slower option, but a safe option. And when you put that sort of combination to the hands of somebody like Spargo, that's going to be his get-out-of-jail-free card when I'm in the corner. Good on MK to have the wherewithal to just, you know what, before you even get that started, dash attack's going to pack you up, ship you out. We're moving into game number 3 here, my friends. Pokemon Stadium. Let's lock this thing in.
All right, let's get it. Very exciting first 2 games we've had between these 2.
Okay, opening up early on with the Nair. MK Leo understanding how important that is, especially with Mythra. Pyra's not really the show starter, okay? She's kind of the final act. Mythra is the opening act right here. Warming up the show. Pyra's here, got you into the corner, and 68%. We might not think that's enough percent for Pyra to start cooking, but trust me, she just needs a little grease. A dash attack, even a standing jab is enough to get it done.
Oh, man, I feel like Spargo kind of forced his way down there just to avoid potentially getting KO'd off not having the distance to get back. Either way, though, back to the stage he is, throwing out some back airs. Oh, nice. Meeting Aegis at the apex to get the back air and then exploiting that weakness again, Rod, with the Nair. So clean by both of these players. It's absolute insanity.
That's right.
And you can just tell how well they know the character, right? Like, that is the difference maker that you're seeing in this set right now.
Oh my goodness. Off the backboard. And we're going to send them down into the blast on. And yes, Phil, to your point, they just know each other's characters so well, but not only that, they just know each other so well, so it's really hard for both of these two to surprise each other. But the offstage gameplay, again, if you're going to really open your opponent up for both of these 2 characters, it's definitely out there. That is uncharted territory for these 2 characters, at least on the defensive end. Nice, getting experimental right here. Going blue on his way down. You better figure it out here and fast.
Oh, nice. I love that parry. Let me just go ahead and turn around, go for the grab. Oh, big whiff on that blade beam. That's huge. It's going to make the recovery a little bit more susceptible. But Spargo able to get back.
Hey,
that's it. Yeah.
Man.
Wow, Leo in the driver's seat right now, Rod, and he is going down the Spargo highway. No brakes right now, all gas.
All gas, my boy. Spargo right now really struggling here to figure some stuff out. Look, if you're going to disengage from me, I still need you to understand I'm still Cloud, okay? I don't have an issue staying back in the cut and charging this limit up. Okay, wait a minute. Might be in some trouble right now. Back on the solid ground, tossing out that frame 8 Nair. That right there is very tough for Cloud to have to work around. Not with the quickest options out of shield, at least for getting Mythra off of his tail, but nice. Gonna try to read the get-up option. Limit cross slash, able to roll right through it, but I wouldn't try to attempt that a second time.
This is absolute insanity between these 2. Truly a clash of titans that we are witnessing right now, man. Ain't no Liam Neeson, bro. You got Spargo and you got MKLeo. That's all you need, Rod.
That's right.
That's all you need. Is that up there going to be all he needs? It is
Liam
indeed
Neeson.
Leo stomping through that third game to go up 2-1.
Liam Neeson, indeed. That game was taken by you-know-who. Got to give it up to MKLeo with how he closed that one out again. He understood what Cloud does in those later percents. Early percents, once you get real up close and personal on Cloud, he can really showcase how well his sword works versus yours.
Yes, sir.
You are in some real trouble. He knows, let me disengage a little bit. Let me focus on dash attack when he starts back airing. Let me not let Spargo get anything started. And most importantly, EE, let me keep my ass on this damn stage. Don't play with me.
That's just what it is, Murad. You tell no lies on that one. As we're heading to game number 4, a very game MKLeo. Spargo sticking with the Cloud.
Oh, man. Now, this is what I want to see a little bit more of. I know we've seen him do this at tournaments prior. I want to see him lean into this a little bit more. More of those up specials out of shield. Sometimes MKLeo goes for the approaching Nair with Mithra. It's very good.
Yeah.
But in the midst of him maybe missing the cross-up, you know what? Just go for that up B out of shield. It's a move that needs a lot of respect on his name, and it also is a good neutral checker. You just can't keep approaching me haphazardly. I'm going to check that.
Yeah, Climb Hazard definitely, you know, at one point you kind of consider it almost a Wi-Fi special, but Spargo definitely putting it to real-world tournament use, but not even needed in that situation, just completely decimating MKLeo in that first stock exchange and kind of letting them know, like, yo, whether you like it or not, we're going to game number 5. That is the message that I feel like is being sent right now. Spargo ripping through him, a foresight in the clutchest of moment. Oh, and the snipes! The snipes, you got another one in you. No, Spargo able to survive.
He said the clip jammed. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble now.
Get that switch on it.
Right. Hello?
I'll see you, man.
Oh, my goodness. All right, running back in with the dash attack. That doesn't quite work as well at these percents with Mithra. You might want to call Pyro, okay? These back airs in the corner. Safe option on shield. Still relatively slow, but still efficient nonetheless. Can we get back onto solid ground? Not if my Pyro has anything to say about these platforms. Do not belong to you.
Yeah, this is definitely not working out too well. Leo, though, able to take control of the stage. Let's see. How's the pressure looking? Gonna kind of disengage, okay? So not really willing to bet too much here, but that really gives Spargo a pretty good position and makes it back of all things. Good Lord, that blade just claiming stocks and souls. This game 5 at the moment, Rod, seems unavoidable.
Oh, Lord.
Unless Leo can pull out a miracle.
Nah, we going to game 5. Start calling your rise, MKLeo, all right? Start calling them now. All right, that's it. I'm going to run right up and just go for the up smash. Now, that is one thing I think Spargo sometimes does a little too much of, especially if he is, you know, towards center stage. So go for a lot of short hop back airs, a lot of short hop forwarders just to kind of threaten you in off the ledge back into the middle of the stage.
Yeah.
But if you jump a little too high, if those boots Cloud have on, if they go just a little too high, I can get up underneath you with up smash. Clean stuff right there from MKLeo, but it's going to take more than that up smash to bring you out of this hole.
Textbook example of just peak ultimate on your screens right now, guys. Two of the best to ever touch the sticks, giving you a battle for the ages. Leo trying his damnedest to at least maybe put it to a one-stock affair, give himself a shot. Smart Stuff continues to put Cloud off stage, and I love the parries, bro. He's very confident with that, knowing, okay, yeah, my weakness can be off stage, but so is yours as well, Cloud.
That's right. I'm so glad you brought that up, too. It's almost felt like he had that parry scouted out, and that's the one thing I think all the swordies in the game kind of suffer from. They have very textbook, very telegraphed approach options. If I go high and force you in, you're going to probably land with the button, a big, long disjointed button. I will be able to parry it in time to force you back off stage. There's dash attack. Can I get back onto solid ground? No, there's back air. And, of course, the blade beam going to force you to go low. Nothing off the forwarder, but damn, Spargo is scouting him out.
Yeah, Spargo looking incredibly good. I think if Leo's able to get this stock, not quite yet, the Mithra could make things interesting if he can get some solid combo strings. Very eager to find out if that's going to be the case. Spargo said, no, don't worry about that, EE. I'm trying to put it away right now. This man is living up until that point. Too much pressure to overcome. Let's see. Can he open up Cloud a little bit?
Well,
Pause with the Nair. Yes, he can. Here we go. Put something together right now. Rod, he's starting to feel it. The percentage, the damage, it's all racking up right now for Leo. Big time swing, but to his detriment. Got a little trigger happy, and we're going to game 5.
We are going to game 5, and with what a better combination of players on the stage to do it with, the MKLeo and Spargo putting on an absolute clinic of a performance. Wow, Spargo is cooking right now. It's so great to see how evenly matched some of these players are, not just in the beginning of the match, not just the middle of the match, but through the entirety of the set here. Game number 5, it never feels like one is steamrolling the other for too long. It feels like the other side is always adapting, always crunching those hypothetical numbers and figuring out how to close out these stocks on the opposite side.
This is a tug of war of just two outstanding individuals. At one point, the undisputed 1 and 2 on the planet, looking to get back to those very titles for sure, but ironically having to go through each other to take another step in that direction. And right now, a couple big-time steps for MKLeo is putting him ahead 58% unanswered to continue that pressure. Yes, he can. Spargo got to figure something out.
Oh, my God, and landing with the big button right there. No punish. Unfortunately, it was Pyro just a little slow. Oh, my goodness. Charge up in my face again. Charge up in my face again, he said. EE, don't play.
You know what I noticed too?
I'm listening.
MKLeo, look at that color swap, bro.
Uh-oh.
He put on that Storm color, bro.
Uh-oh.
He went X-Men out here.
Uh-oh.
He said, it's time, man. I'm leading the X-Men now.
That's right.
Oh, let me tell you something.
That's right, man. He said, I think it's time to switch up the flow a little bit. Aurora Monroe is here.
And last time I checked, Cloud, you ain't no Black Panther, so you in some trouble now, brother. You in some trouble now.
Don't play with me. You heard they about to make Professor X a black man. I'm here for it.
I'm with it, baby.
Don't play with me.
Right now, though, it's looking like Leo making Spargo black and blue because he is absolutely just tearing through him. No offense been able to be initiated. This is a rough one, Rod.
Woo, that down to the course, resetting him back onto the stage. Now, we talked so much about how MKLeo is going to struggle off stage, not because he's Leo, but because Pyro Mythra just struggle out there, and Spargo's been doing a really good job of exploiting that. But the same can certainly be said for Cloud, and I feel like in some of these interactions, MKLeo's kind of let him off the hook a little bit. Of course, using the up special right there to try to catch Cloud on his way back up. But I would like to see him go off stage with that frame 8 in there, maybe even a forwarder to just, again, make his life a little bit more hell on the way back up.
Oh, nice.
My goodness.
How about hell on the way out of there? That
Talk
back air, clearing things out. Oh, but oh my goodness. Kind of giving assist right there for the platform. That perfect setup from Leo. One stock away from grand finals and what it would mean to him to be able to take out Spargo here. Been so long since the two have clashed in tournament fashion. So many accusations coming his way. Is he done? Is he washed? I don't know, Rod. I'm seeing a king who's trying to take back his throne right now.
Hey, look, I got 2 words here, but all the naysayers in the chat. Ludwig Invitational, okay? If your favorite player can do that, come talk to me, all right? Whoa, the damn minute, and the KO off the top is going to do it.
And I'll tell you what, it's appropriate that that percentage was at 69 when it ended because that was damn sexy what he just did right there. That boy just got something different on him.
You got it, B.
That's what it is, man.
I love
That's what it is. Congratulations to Leo. He's going to grand finals. Just a dominant win over Spargo. And don't get it twisted, man. Spargo playing at a very elite level at this tournament. Kind of felt like, I talked to him. He said, I kind of feel like I'm back. Didn't get to speak to Leo, but sometimes silence speaks volumes itself.
It most definitely does, and I think MKLeo and Spargo certainly proved that wholeheartedly right there in that last match. I got to give it to Spargo. The adjustments on the fly. I want to talk about the match towards center stage. I wanted to see more of that up B out of shield. There's a lot of approaching with Mythra Nair. I get it. Great option.
Yeah.
Good on opening up. Good at just chiseling away at you. And then once that percent's too high, I call Pyra. She comes in. She handles my dirty work. But the fact remains the same. Not all those approaches were super safe. Some of those cross-ups he missed. And that's going to happen. You're going to get somebody like Spargo. Spargo, not quite up B out of shield happy as we've seen in some of the matches prior. And maybe it's because, again, this is MKLeo we're talking about. So I get it. But I wanted to see just a little bit more of that because I felt like Leo was able to press buttons for free. Maybe just one too many times for my liking.
I feel like Leo was definitely more of a risk taker, right? Because like sometimes